good old days of good old monster movies are back. Tremors.
It was funny, it's humongous, slimy, full of goo.
Yeah, we'll take your word for it.
The scariest monster movie since Aliens, says sneak previews.
Bloodthirsty, that creature. Action-packed.
It's a wild film.
And Time magazine raised, Tremors is bound to become a classic. Tremors, rated PG-13, starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
You will suffer an eternity for this.
And welcome back, one and all, to 0.Point Reviews. You got Kevin and Jeff with you tonight, and we are now officially getting back into the Tremors franchise, everybody. And we're going to start with the one that launched the whole franchise. And
it's been a long time since we've done. Oh, I was going to say, it's been a long time since we've done this one. Like, this is kind of like going back to the stable like we do with Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah. Like when we first did, full disclosure, we covered these long ago as part of a podcast stream, and we did the franchise, basically covered all 4 movies in like one shot. And then we went into the TV show. So if you want to check our back catalog, we do have episodes on the Tremors television series and Tremors 1 through 4. So time to go back again.
And maybe we'll do more in June, because I'm going to go talk to Steve.
That'd be all right. That'd be all right.
I'm going to try to get Levi up here, and we're going to go to the Astoria Film Festival. It's supposed to be Goonies Day, but they're also doing the Short Circuit reunion there. So Tim Blaine is going to be there. Goot's going to be there. God, I can't think of her name. The really cute girl from Breakfast Club. The goth one.
Ally Sheedy?
Sorry, had to specify that. Yes, thank you. She was cuter.
Of course.
Until the end when she conformed, and you're just kind of like, why? Hate John Hughes. Anyway. So yeah, but yeah, I really enjoyed the first time we went around through Tremors, because again, I hadn't seen any of the sequels at that point. I was totally persnickety against it. Any of them. Was stupefied to find out how good they actually were. So like it's always fun watching Tremors in general. But we've become, I don't know, really close with the franchise since doing it that one time.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I had a blast watching all of that with you. And then talking about then the TV show. Yeah, I'm going to keep bringing up the TV show because it's like basically the last thing Stampede did in association with parts 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So,
and it's really, really good.
Yeah, they do tend to have a bit of recasting going on, but it ends up working out. And for the most part, it makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. And really, it's a better part 5 than part 5 ever was, I guess. 5 or 6 or 7.
Well, yeah, 5 through 7. Some of them have Jamie Kennedy in those. And then I never saw Shrieker Island, which is the last one, because it's like I didn't really like the other 2 that much. I mean, they're fine, but it doesn't feel the same.
No, I like the original movies, and I like the TV series because it was all a very natural flow and evolution of perfection. Like, if you take out part 4, which you really ought to do, like the TV series just fits really nicely in after you get done with part 3.
Yeah, I'd almost argue to watch 1, 2, 4, then part 3, and then straight into the TV show. It's almost like don't end with the prequel, put the prequel in between a couple of the sequels, so it makes a little more sense.
Yeah, maybe. Oh gosh, I don't know, because the prequel kind of gives you the heads up about all the silver.
Yeah,
But
the
do you hear?
the wealth of Bert.
Yeah, where all the silver comes from.
'Cause that is a relatively a big question that happens when you're watching the first Tremors. Like, doesn't seem like he has a job. What does he actually do to afford like this nuclear-sized bunker, full ammo and everything going on? But that's
Yeah,
how it
and
goes.
we find out in the TV series that this bunker is more than just the basement. It's more than just the one room. There's 2 or 3 adjoining rooms to it.
Yep.
And it's really, really neat. But yeah, you find out in part 4 that his grandfather owned all the silver mines around Perfection.
Right. Which is a really cool twist. I actually really enjoy that part.
Yes, yeah. And it gets even nuttier, but we'll get to that twist in a couple weeks. Hiram's not a gun nut.
He gets to become one towards the end of the movie, though.
That last scene.
Oh yeah. Oh, that big old grin. But we also have a big old grin as we get to cover Tremors here.
Purulation.
And Kevin, tell me about your first memories of Tremors.
Oh, okay. So it was 88, 89, I think, when I saw the previews. Probably 89. Watched it with my friend Wes when it came out on VHS. He had the poster. He got it from the ice cream store that we'd get all of our posters from. He had his name on it first day, so he got to bring it home up on the wall. So when we got it on VHS, we rented it, brought it back to his house and watched it, and I was like, "Whoa, that was a lot of fun!" And it was one of those movies that my little brother got a hold of on VHS and hit play, rewind, 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 play, and rewind. And I got really tired of Tremors very quickly. Same as with like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Monster Squad, all films I could die happily and never watch again. But I did not ever see the sequels. Being a film snob at the time, them not going to cinema, I didn't think that they'd be any good. I thought like direct to VHS was a death knell for anything. Like it just wasn't going to be that good. And then to find out that the fourth one was a prequel, and I don't know if it was made for sci-fi or not. I don't believe it was, but I don't know. I was so persnickety against it, and I was dumb. And I say that now in hindsight, but I wished I would have been more open to liking it. I wished I would have not had that chip on my shoulder for it, and just remembered that, yeah, it is undoubtedly a perfect creature feature. It is a timeless creature feature. There's only a corded telephone, and a radio handset that dates this movie. It's super duper good. So I missed out on quite a few years of enjoyment. And again, I've only seen the sequels each once. So this is going to be my second time watching each of the sequels too.
Oh man, I can't wait till you get to part 2 then. That's a personal favorite of mine. So
it was I want to say it's hard for me to pick a favorite out of the sequels, but part 4 was most certainly it. Billy Drago and Burt Gummer together in one picture was just so cool.
Yeah, great good guy's kind of on the weaker side, a little prim and proper rich boy who ends up I can take him down.
He was pretty great. But now, what about you? When did you see Tremors? Was this like, because you're a bit older than me, did you get to see it in the theater?
I did not. I ended up seeing this on a USA channel and fully edited and censored. More than just the usual mother humpers.
I was going to say, how much is there to edit out of this movie? Like, they're pretty clever with keeping it PG, right? Or PG-13.
It's mostly the swearing, really. And
Oh.
so I always like knew Tremors as one thing on USA Channel because I'd always be watching like I don't know how I got onto Tremors on USA, but I'd always watch it because we had cable, and I enjoyed it. And then when the second one came out, it was fine. But once I got like to rent the movie, it's like, oh, we're not going to have cable for a while. Okay, I'm going to go rent this because I want to watch it. And so I'd rent the VHS tape, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, there's a lot more swearing in this than I thought there was. This is awesome. But you
They
could
talk
still
like
tell
me.
that they were overdubbing something. They went back to like ADR and just went right back over it for certain things. But they didn't change anything like tone wise. Other than that, all the violence was still the same roughly. Just a little trim here and there, and a little bit of censoring of language. But once I got the DVD, VHS, and then the DVD, that was my preferred method to watch. Period.
Mhm.
So I've been a fan ever since, but I never saw it in theaters. I do remember the commercials though.
See, I don't. That last or the trailer that we opened up with, I'd never seen that before.
That's why I chose that one instead of what I could have picked about like 5 different other TV spots. That's the one I'm like, that actually would be a little more eye-catching.
Yeah. Like the responses, that was great, but then the description of it, the scariest movie since Aliens.
I'm like, I don't know about that, but
And Aliens wasn't necessarily scary. Now Phantom of the Opera came out just before this, and that was a fairly scary picture.
the Robert Englund one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Child's Play also came out just around this time. Also scarier than this.
Oh yeah.
The fact that this is a creature feature doesn't necessarily make it horror. It doesn't have to be terrifying to be a horror picture. Well, it's a monster movie. It doesn't have to have bloodshed spatter everywhere. You don't have to have the monster chewing and desiccating everything. It's the subtleties in this picture that make it scary, where you lift up a hat and there's just a face in the dirt.
Yep, you're leaving
That's
something to imagination.
Yeah, that's the kind of scary that Steve brought to this picture. And if you read Steve's book, Tucker's Monster, it's really just like this, the way it's set up and written. He knows how to write things with creatures and not be horror and graphic, but keep them nature based, for lack of a better term. It's why I'm glad they did not go with their aliens. No, they've always been here. They're predate the dinosaurs. They've just
I
been
love Earl constantly being like, damn it, I thought they were gonna be aliens. They're from outer space. Darn it.
taking bets. They're from outer space. But no, I really liked that, and I appreciated that more so as an adult than I did as a kid. And I think that's one of the things that I did not like about it as a kid was that it didn't have that overexposure of gore. So I didn't
Correct.
recognize it as horror, and that's incorrect of me. That was my ignorance of storytelling and the genre itself. This is horror, but it's not over the top. It doesn't need to be that graphic and that terrifying to shock you. It's got elements of fear of things that you're actually phobic of, like being sucked underground, suffocating, being buried alive, being chewed up alive, being slowly swallowed alive. Like,
Yeah, is he still screaming Nestor going under the ground? Ah.
yes, dang it, dang. So like they did a lot of things right without having to dumb down the terror for the audience. And when I say dumb it down, I mean put up the arterial spray.
Oh, I agree. and keeping it that also kept them under budget. It also kept everything simple,
Yeah.
and it actually gives you a little bit of creativity you can go with some of the death scenes, or more of the tense scenes. Like I always look at like the scene when the graboids are attacking Burt Gummer's compound, and you see parts of his basement. Oh yeah, he's got a ammunition bench. He's got a, he's got. You just see a couple of walls, and it's like, oh, this is kind of neat. And then once the attack actually happens, you see them pan back, and all of a sudden they got the full wall of like an arsenal going on, and it's super smart how they played that, just to show like, oh, he's way more into this than we've been tipping off this whole time, because there's been comments, there's been moments, subtle little details. And same thing happened when they were doing the setup for the big bulldozer and semi trailer at the end. You see it early on in the movie, just hanging out in the background as part of a junkyard. You think nothing of it until later on. Boom. We use both of those, and it's like, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And it feels natural. It's not this shoehorned in thing that oh yeah, here's this thing that just happened to be there. No, it's this thing that we've been sitting in, talking next to, driving back and forth past the entire time. Like it's part of the color of the background. So it's not off-putting when you see it. It's just, oh, well, it's been there the whole time. It's just been blended in. And that's true art. Using items and like that in storytelling is the same way as using them in color palettes. And it blends so well. It merges so well. And Tremors is I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. And it's going to be the first time, I'm sure. It's a perfect movie. They did a really perfect job of doing a gripping story. Like, you want to know what's going to happen. You get emotionally invested in almost every single character in this town. You get upset well, with the exception of Nestor, when somebody dies. you get upset when one of them doesn't die, Melvin.
Yeah.
But otherwise, and I was drawing, like they did a fantastic job of constructing just a very tight, concise story that flows and evolves perfectly well.
And I give that to the writers for doing such a good job doing that. We might as well have the good up at this point, Kevin.
I guess if I could find my mouse cursor here. But dang! Come on now. There we go. Did you do that or did I?
I think we were both clicking. You mother clicker.
I like it. The good. This entire fucking cast makes this movie great.
Absolutely.
Every single person in this cast, from Melvin to Miguel to Walter, even Nestor, Jesus Christ, they all bring something to this movie. And it's great. Like, perfection is its own character. And you see that grow come part 3 and then come the TV series. And it's a lot of fun, but it all starts right here. And this is where you start to get to know these people and really start to love them.
Oh, yeah. And this is also Reba's very first movie, an acting gig. And her very first scene was with the snake right here with the rest of the crew.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
Especially when she goes, ew. That's her first scene.
I love Reba. I don't like country music at all. Like, the only thing I could listen to is Dolly and occasionally Reba. Like Kenny Rogers before he went to country, when he was doing like the just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Love that tune. But otherwise, no, I hate country music, but I do like Reba. I think she's cool.
Well, and one of her songs played over the end credits, and I thought it was an appropriate song too. I actually listened to it this last time I watched it.
I did. I listened to it in the background, but I did not absorb the lyrics. And
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a twangy love song, but it's a little peppy, got a little pop to it, and it seemed to fit with the theme of the movie. So
it did. It sounds like something that would have been on the doctor's radio as the
oh
car
my
was
god,
sinking.
it's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie is when they're taking the station wagon down and in, and then the two headlights go, and then one goes out, and then the other one's still digging. As you hear the sound of the radio going quieter and quieter, it's like
Right?
that was so freaking cool.
Well, how visually symbolic of a slow and agonizing death of
Yep.
one light going out and then the other one blinking out. And you're just like, oh, and then the horn not being able to be heard anymore. And that was fucked up.
And then later on, when they dust off the lights are still going and the radio is still going. When Val and Earl show up on the horses, it's even better as a follow-up to that particular moment.
Yes, and it was so good. And a lot of people have told the actor that plays the doctor, like, you terrified me as a child. You messed me up with your death. And I believe he's quite proud of that.
As well, he should be.
Yeah, yeah. Because he had a great death scene. You know, each time you thought he was going to be okay, no, there was no match for the strength of the graboid's pull. Like the 2x4, oh, I'm good. No, it just snaps him through. It's like, holy shit. Grab his hand. No, it pulls her into. Almost, anyway.
Almost. Oh man, some of the other good stuff in here. I like the Jeep Gladiator truck that they drive. And it certainly put it through the paces.
Yeah. That thing looked like it was an antique before it was even in this thing.
I know. And then they had a different one in the second one, but it's relatively the same vehicle.
Oh. I can't wait to watch that again.
Yeah. But
Ass
no,
blasters.
ass blasters. And when you bring that up, they're like, yeah, we thought about giving it a different name. Maybe we should have.
I still like it. But I love how they have to name everything, and the names are always terrible, like snakeoids, burroids, like I know, graboids. Yeah, I like that one.
Well, Chang had a knack for that kind of thing and giving them like $15 for just the snake. And then when they kill a bigger one later, they're like, Chang ain't getting no $15 for this one.
Right. I'll give you $15 for this so I can make $1 million off of it with the photos.
Oh man, it reminds me of how good the dialogue is in this movie. And well written, of course, but like to have that kind of dialogue and to have the actors actually be able to pull off the chemistry with each other and have that chemistry just made it pop and sizzle even more. And you can always tell when actors are just not into it, they're not buying into it. Doesn't mean they're not professional. It's just they don't understand their character enough, and the director does not navigate them the best. I feel like that was not a problem here. It was actually the flip. Like everybody understood the character, they knew the assignment, and they delivered, and it looked like they were all having a blast. Even Kevin Bacon, who never came back.
Well, he tried eventually.
Yeah, well, at that point, he was like, okay, I'm ready to revisit it. Kevin's always had the kind of the issue of, I don't want to be typecast. If I have one moderate to fully successful movie, I don't want to do sequels. I want to just do one and dones, keep moving, keep evolving, keep doing something new and more.
Thought you were going to say he didn't want to keep doing horror films. I was going to be like, well, Stir of Echoes.
Well, and then I go,
Hollow
well,
Man.
then he also did, what was it, BPRD or RIPD? One of those two. And then he also did like the Friday the 13th. And that's the one that always
Well, that's the one that
rubbed
bothered him
people
because
wrong
people-
with that one. So
Yeah.
that's
But-
not his fault. It's just he was thrown off by always having to sign a picture of him being impaled in a death scene.
Well, it looked cool. That's why. Not that it was
I
him
know.
personally, just what they did, the artwork that they did make that.
As horror fans, we
He's a sissy
understand
lava.
this.
Right? It's not about killing somebody. It's about the artistry of making it look that way. It's an illusion.
Yep.
God damn.
It was a cool
Magic
scene,
show.
too.
It's
Sorry,
true.
Kevin.
Thank you, Tom Savini.
Yeah, right.
But I understand when they were making this movie, like he and Kira were in a rough spot, not like personally or anything, but like work-wise. He wasn't getting like the huge roles. And this was what really made the huge roles start to come in. Like Footloose was a great movie for him, but not every flick he was doing was Footloose.
Right.
And this movie he was doing just to make a little bit of extra scratch. He didn't have any faith in this movie was going to be like a big fucking hit, a cult classic like it became. And yeah, like it everybody just fell in love with him from it. And Burt Ward kind of got a resurgence from it too. At least I felt like they did anyway.
Well, yeah. The opening sequence.
It's better than Remo Williams.
Oh, yeah, Remo Williams. I still need to see that. That's in my collection.
Do we?
I'm saying I need to see it.
That's fair. All right.
I'm not going to make you watch that.
I need to stop yawning. I'm on camera.
Welcome to the wide world of YouTube, Kevin.
Right. Just not wide awake world of YouTube, Kevin.
That's fine. What else did you like about this?
Oh, gosh. Let's see. Well, the creature effects in general were pretty awesome. The concept of it, like Steve told us the last time we talked to him about it, was he was just sitting out on a rock when he was doing a survey for the Navy one day and just had the idea of something moving around on the dirt underneath the dirt around the rock. And it just kind of grew on from there for the next 10 years or so. And they came up with the idea to write this movie. And conceptually, it was just awesome. But it left this broad question of what kind of a monster do we have under the sand? Because I can't remember what it was, but I want to say around 76, 77, there was some movie about sand crabs at the beach that were like sucking people under the sand and like leaving bits and pieces behind. And it was, I don't know if it was cool, but I remember it being cool as a kid. Okay. So this was like that, but again, without being so grisly and horrific. It was better. It was more subtle. And then the graboids were not, they were something that could not harm you if they were above ground. Unless they were an ass blaster, of course. But at this point, if they were above ground, and other than their tongues, they're not really that dangerous. They're just giant floppy things. But under the ground, where their environment is, they're fast. They could hear everything. They're agile. They're amazing predators. But how do you make them look? Well, I guess we're going to make them look like giant worms. What about the tongues? Dragons. We'll make them look like dragons.
Dirt dragons.
Yes. Slimy dirt dragons.
Oh, well, we eventually get to those.
Is there a name for the tongues, or is it just the tongues?
Just the tongues, but eventually we're going to have Levi on, one of our Tremors nuts and true experts of the franchise. We'll ask him.
Yep.
I think that'd be a great question for him.
If anyone would know, yes.
Or if anybody in our chat knows, throw it in the chat.
We're waiting. Go on now. Whatever. But I like the concept of the monsters, and I liked how you don't see them for the longest time, and then when you do, it's still an evolution of what you see, and that's always the good key to a monster movie in general. Like, you don't want to see the entirety of the monster at the very beginning. That leaves nothing to the rest of the flick. There's no anticipation of what else is there. What are you afraid of? Well, you already know. If you already see it, there's less to be afraid of because you have that knowledge. There is no ignorance. There is no questioning. This, it starts out with a GoPro, for lack of a better term. And, moving the carpet with dirt on it. So it looked like it was all moving the dirt along and stuff like that. They did some really neat practical effects to make it look like you were the monster creeping. The same way Jason was stalking, only from under the dirt. And they did it really, really well. And it was entertaining and it was scary because they added the Foley effects. They would show you the brief violence of people falling down, or then the brief blood spatter, the what do you call it? The jackhammer getting pulled through the concrete.
That was cool.
That was marvelous, wasn't it? Like, the force that it took to drag that and rip the concrete in itself is amazing. But then to hear Stumpy screaming when it got whacked, that was cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then Walter. I love Walter. Like, he's one of my favorite character actors. So anytime I see him in a movie, like, I'm just instantly happy. He's Egg Shen.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, sweet. Egg Shen's in this. All right. Or yeah, now Walter. Between the two, like, I recognize him as either Walter or Egg Shen.
And the guy from Prince of Darkness, the other John Carpenter movie he was in.
No, still Walter. Actually, in that movie, I'm sure he's Egg Shen.
That's what I'm saying.
If he was, that movie would have ended a hell of a lot sooner.
No joke. He would have smoked everything.
Pick a boogie anyway. But the great part about this is this movie was made like a family and a group of friends were just out making a project in the same regard that Sam Raimi did. And it shows, like you said, with the camaraderie of everybody. Everybody was pulling their weight and then some to make the best possible product that they could. And I don't know what their budget was, or if they were just trying to do things to stay within budget, but everybody gave 110% just to make sure that this picture was just stellar. Performances were great. Artwork was all great. Sound effects were amazing. Visual effects were stunning. Writing was always fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And Bert is amazing. You want to say Tremors is about Val and Earl, but
And
golly,
to a point it is, but it isn't at the same time.
yeah, it's kind of like Star Wars. Who is Star Wars about, really? Could it be the droids? Could it be Anakin Skywalker? Could it be Luke Skywalker? Could it be the Emperor? We don't know. Kind of like this. I think it's about Bert. Maybe it's Val. Maybe it's Earl. Maybe it's Val and Earl. Maybe it's about perfection. Maybe it's about Stumpy.
Or the albino one that we later get.
El Blanco.
El Blanco. But no, yeah, it's great to have a movie that's centered around so many interesting and wonderful characters. And the way it's developed is like everybody gets something here. And in most movies that have this kind of ensemble cast, something's always lost with some characters. You don't feel that at all when you're watching Tremors.
No. And there's enough of a romance to keep you interested there, but not too terribly much. I mean, obviously Val and Rhonda end up being married by the second picture. But there's no love triangles. Like, Earl doesn't have to get involved in that bullshit. There was nothing unnecessary about it. Everything just kind of fit and flowed. and it was really cohesive, and Rhonda's character in general and just how she happened to be out there was kind of neat. Like,
Oh yeah,
because that's what Steve was out there doing initially, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. So I love how, the organics of how everything came to be actually reflect in the story.
Yeah, I'm very curious what the original script was that Steve and Stampede got the rights back to the original script, and how different that is from the finished product here. Because if there's a chance for a new one to come out, I am kind of curious what kind of differences those might be. That being said, like all the characters are. Rhonda is so much fun. I like the initial suntan lotion on the nose thing, and how she's like, "Oh wait, did I look okay? Oh crap!"
Oh
And she's like,
shit.
Whatever."
Thank God Zinc went out of style in the 80s. Like, it was never a good look for anyone.
No, it was not.
Who fucking does that?
I don't know. I'm sure I did it as a kid, but I don't remember that.
I don't know. I reckon our moms just doused us in copper tone.
That too. I'm pretty sure of that.
I do remember Zinc though, but I remember it smelling like a motherfucker,
Oh god, yeah, no kidding.
like butt paste.
But paste.
Butt paste is a real product and it stinks, kind of like butt. Nothing.
I'll take
like
your word for it.
Yeah. Yep. Switch it. Why? Oh goodness. Yeah. Anyway, that's a 0 Point.
Yep. And I think one of my last favorite things about this movie is the pacing. It basically hits the ground running and never lets up. There's really no dull moments, even when they eventually get to certain spots where everybody's stuck.
Yeah.
And then there's some dialogue going on, but it's constantly moving. And I got to give props to the creative team behind the scenes and the editor who were able to get this to a really concise film and keep the pacing moving. So great job to the director and good job to the whole cast and crew for giving us a great fun movie here.
Yeah, there is no scene that slows down in this picture. There's no exposition that goes into a flashback that slows everything down. Nothing stops this picture.
You're never bored.
Yeah, there's no Good Luck Charlie or So Luck, whatever the fucking song is, that slows fucking Willy Wonka down and just stops that movie at a standstill. Nothing like that happens in this picture. This is a good time from start to finish.
Yep. And it's hard to find anything that people don't like about this. When we get to the bad, it's going to be like, there really isn't much. I got an idea or two for things that have nothing to do with the movie, but were around the movie. But that's about it. But I love the cast, love the script. I love everything about this movie. And of course, I could go on and on about all my favorite scenes, but the whole movie's my favorite scene.
Yeah.
I can't pick just one. I love the what are you using there for a fuse? Oh, cannon fuse. Well, what's that for? My cannon.
Duh.
It's like I freaking love that. And Melvin being a little shit for the whole fucking movie was great. Giving him a blank gun was fantastic.
Given the fact that Bert would have never given him a loaded gun.
Yeah.
And
But it got you moving, didn't it?
And you
It's
can
the
even
beginning
see,
of their rivalry for the next 5-6 movies.
I hate Melvin, dude. I wish El Blanco would have eaten motherfucker.
I do too. But the actor, really solid dude, big supporter of the franchise for years.
Bobby Jacoby, yeah, he is great. He plays Melvin nefariously well.
Especially in the TV show.
Yeah, man. Like, I didn't think they could make him like more loathsome than he did than he was in the movie. Then they went and made him that fucking nasty ass realtor. You're like, oh, nobody likes realtors or land developers.
All right.
Except for Lex Luthor. He likes them.
True. What else you got? Or should we get into the bad stuff?
Well, we can talk about that very slim sliver of bad to this movie, which I don't really believe that there is. But what do you find it comes to be bad about this picture?
Nothing with the picture itself or the cast or the crew.
Mhm.
I would actually talk about like the marketing of the movie back in the day. I don't think the studio was really behind it all that much, Universal. I think they could have had a little bit of a nicer budget overall for the movie. Couple that with the marketing budget, and I will always point out, like, I feel like when people do watch this movie, they end up enjoying it. And I'd argue this is a cult classic, but it should be a classic.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there was enough people that saw this in the movie theater. I don't recall this playing in my movie theater for very long. But, I was 9 years old at the time. Take that for what it is. The Universal is notoriously never behind their monster movies. They put them out there to make a quick buck with that demographic because they know that there is money to be made there.
4 decades.
They've been doing this since the 1930s. Like Carl Laemmle Sr. hated horror pictures, but his son, Junior, he's the one that wanted to put the money into Frankenstein and Dracula and those types of pictures. And that's where the money really came to be. And then Laemmle Sr. was like, oh, these are great. These are the home of Universal. They suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now it's all run by fucking not hairstylists, focus groups. The 80s were the hairstylists.
Of course.
That think they've got their finger on the prostate pulse of the society, and they just really don't. They don't at all. They're very far removed from my prostate and pulse.
I would hope so.
I'd like it better if they had their finger on it. They'd know what I like more. Just saying.
Yeah, at least they buy you dinner first, too. But that's what I had for the bad, so.
For me, is the misconception that Bert gets here as the crazy gun owner.
Yeah, I could see that.
Bert's not the crazy gun owner. He's not the crazy enthusiast. He is an enthusiast, but he's not the my rights kind of person. He hates the government. That's why he has the guns. He has the guns in case they ever decide that he couldn't have them, or that the Constitution be taken away. And he talks about that, and they show that so well in the TV series, and then throughout the next 3 pictures as well. But they don't show enough of Bert here. This is baby Bert in part 1. He really crawls so he could run throughout the remainder of the IP. But they really have some great moments defining who Bert is in the TV series. Do you remember the one where they're investigating the aliens?
Oh, God. Yeah.
And he's in the fucking diner. Oh, my God. You people are all insane.
That's when he becomes the most grounded bird of all.
First, he thinks they're all ultra conservative, and then he realizes you people all think you're controlled by aliens. You're all insane.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, like Bert just gets progressively better and better and better. And I cannot have enough love for him. So that's really all the bad I had. There's really no bad to it.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Somebody showed up.
Bring them on. Bring them on.
Did I get the time wrong?
There was a thing on the weekend. I didn't get it until afterwards.
8:15. Specific?
That doesn't. Well, I'm here now, so I can't time travel. Oh my gosh, I thought it was at midnight my time.
But we missed you.
Huh? It does damn well say 8:15 PT, doesn't it?
Yep.
What an unusual goddamn time to pick. Well, hi.
Sorry, Rob, but thanks for joining.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I my 2 cents. Tremors, the good, everything. Kevin Bacon shirts. Can I add that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
His denim shirt. Love that. They use the Evil Dead camera. Did you guys talk about that? I missed
No.
it. Yeah, when the Tremors chase people, right? They use the the Evil Dead kind of shot.
With the tilting of the camera and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Love that.
The first GoPros.
It's like I've been here the whole time. Boom.
Well, there's nothing really bad about the movie anyway, other than Kevin was talking about and Bert here.
You think what? So what do you think is bad? You think Bert is bad?
No, just the misconception that people typically have that he is an ultra conservative, where he's kind of like
exact. I agree with you. No way. He's married to Reba McEntire.
Yeah. The second one, you find out that she leaves him after the fall of communism. He couldn't handle it, so she leaves him.
Right. I would have to watch all the rest to see where he goes exactly. He's definitely got the prepper mentality, but this is like a totally different political era, right? Like like he's more distrusting of the government than a figure that would be aligned similarly nowadays. So I don't know where he would land nowadays if he existed. He does wear a really nice corduroy hat. I noticed that too. I'm like, where do you get that corduroy hat?
I have an exact replica of that hat.
The Atlanta Eagles, I think it says. That's an excellent hat.
For the basketball team, the Hawks, or
I swear it's the Atlanta Eagles. I thought I was just watching a moment ago, and I resaw the hat, and I'm like, man, corduroy hat would just not be that. You would think it'd not be that comfortable, right? I mean, unless you wash it a ton, and it's old and dirty. I guess it would get soft.
And you're in the desert.
That's the Hawks.
Sweating all the time.
Is it? Well, I've seen it both ways.
Well, like if you got a headache wearing a corduroy hat, would the vein show up in the corduroy?
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
No, I mean corduroy's not. It's super thick. It's not thin. It's like really thick and heavy. It's like folded cloth, and that's why I think it and a lot of the heavy denim is like. I don't know if that's what I want to wear in the desert, but I mean it gets cold at night.
Oh,
yes,
sure.
Down here in Arizona.
But I was just having flashbacks to Catholic school, and I'm going, "You want to come up here and solve the problem on the board?" All right. If everyone wants to see what kind of pencil I'm working with, sure.
And then the nuns spank your buns on the way up.
I wish.
I was gonna say I'm not opposed.
Get a grip, sister. No, literally. Fingers.
Gosh, bad. I can't think of much on this one for me at all. I mean, it does so much with so little. You've got to go in with some creativity. It's one of those movies where they're not going to show you the monster in every shot, but every shot they show you the monster looks good.
Yes,
exactly.
And it was like Jaws, like you said, or
yes.
the creature in the Evil Dead, where you see it eventually, and not
just enough.
Yeah, and not seeing it or seeing murders from its point of view affects you just as much, if not more, than seeing it in its entirety. So again, not seeing at the beginning it is very essential. You don't want to see the monster at all at the beginning.
Less is more.
Yeah.
And it's perfect because it's submerged in the ground, so you don't need to, like at all. So
No, you just get the fun little visual effects that they did with like pulling the rug with the. Kevin brought it up earlier, but like they had to get creative with showing how to drag sand along and
Mhm.
rippling the floorboards on the porch in front of
That's
Chang's. Like they're
brilliant.
simple
Mhm.
effects that you can do no problem to create the tension of a big thing coming at you.
Well, now how did they do it? Like, it's a puppet, or do they have what's the biggest practical effect they have here? Like when this thing emerges from the ground and kind of almost does that whale motion where it kind of comes up and slams down.
There was a big head.
Right.
I want to say
There's
there
a
was
lot of dirt moves when that thing comes up, which means it's got to have some power.
Yeah. I want to say there was one that was life size, not in the entire thing, but like the head of one.
Big as a real graboid? No way.
The head, I don't remember what movie that was for though. I don't know if that was this one, part 4, or it was definitely not the TV series.
The wall mounted head?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a wall mounted head for sure, but there's
That's a
definitely
part
more
2.
practical.
That's
There's definitely more practical effects that exist.
No, I'm talking about like an actual rig that they had the creature set up on. Like was its head and then the tongues.
Has
but
to be the first one, because the
behind
second
it
one
was
I
like-
agree would have the wall mounted one that's not articulated. It's just, you know, a sculpture probably.
Yeah.
But otherwise the budget's not really all there in the second one entirely.
No.
But I would think only the first one would have had it to do like a full big one like that.
I think so.
I want to say so, because they had things that were like just several wires and cables that had all the different snake heads attached to it, and turning things would just make everything move in different directions all at once.
Those things have little brains, you think? Little brains in the tongue, or are they getting commands from outside?
I don't know. See, we were trying to figure out, are they like tongue goblins or dragons? They looked very unsettling.
I mean, yeah, they've got some like Geiger-esque qualities too. Like the alien had the little head inside its mouth too. So it's like, what's that? That little guy got a brain? What's he think? Does he eat separate meals? You have a tiny toothbrush?
You know, that little guy was so cool on Animaniacs. Tom
Yes.
knew exactly what to do with the little mouth inside of the alien head.
The Critic has a good gag too, where it comes out and just kisses her on the cheek.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
So, but as far as the bad goes, really, I think Jeff hit the nail on the head. The only thing that really failed on this was Universal's marketing behind it. They didn't really push this movie because they didn't know what it was. They didn't know how to sell it around Batman or before Terminator. Like, I don't know what the fuck Universal was doing at this point, because around the same time, of course, was Army of Darkness. And they didn't know what they were doing with that either. They just wanted to get something out there.
I think these are, I won't say so much for Army of Darkness, but definitely for Tremors, to me, is it needed home video. Like, it's a small screen movie. Like, it's a movie that's better on a smaller screen. It can help a lot of those practical effects get off better. And
all right,
if someone was like, "Hey, do you want to go see a screening of Tremors?" I'd be like, "I don't know." But if you were like, "Do you want to come over and watch Tremors?" Yes, absolutely. It's a couch movie. I want to talk to you about half of it. I want to really pay attention to the bits that I do like. Or it's like a TNT movie of the week. That, to me, that's it. Like, it's gonna play every Thursday on TNT or something. I'm gonna sit through it with commercials. But to me, it's like a couch movie.
That's a good point, actually.
I could respect that. Gilbert Godfrey,
It might just be
and some chips.
It might be the B movie element of it. Although I think Jaws is a theater movie, but Tremors, I think, yeah.
I would actually like to see the first Tremors in a theater at some point.
Screwed my whole point now, man.
Well, it's just because I wish I had seen this in theaters, but to your point, it's perfect for TV, home video. I love my Arrow 4K that I got. So
How was that? Was it pretty?
It's the best transfer they've ever done for the movie.
So it's
Best
worth
transfer till 5 years from now.
the $30.
I won't do another format after 4K.
25, whatever it is.
I swear to God.
My brain has seen all TVs look exactly the same since I have been a child to now. Like I watched everything, and I still watch a ton of stuff in 360p, especially animation and stuff. And I just don't care. Get a smaller TV too. I do that. I have tiny TVs hidden everywhere. Just one right down here.
I used to have like those 3-inch portable ones, and I'd watch stuff off of that.
Yeah. Never leave home without it. Can't unplug. It's great.
Like the old Marvel or DC animated movies that they'd put out. It'd be like, why get these on Blu-ray? Like, are they going to look better? Is animation going to look better on Blu-ray than it does DVD? Come on now. Okay. Yes, the answer is yes. But then they started putting more special features on the Blu-ray than they did the DVDs. It's like, fuckers. I'm a sucker for special features.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right. That is what, as a pro wrestling fan, that's what they did to sell a lot of Blu-ray collections.
Yes.
They would sell a bunch of matches on the DVD, but if you got the Blu-ray, there were like 5 extra matches. Same set, 5 extra matches. It was like, oh, you got to get those bonus matches. And that's what got me to get a Blu-ray player. You got to get those bonus matches. Arn Anderson's beating someone up on those.
And the Hall of Fame.
And Hulk Hogan. Oh damn.
But for me, like, to the brain smooths whatever it is. Like, think about the video games you played in the 90s. They looked realistic. I remember how crazy my Xbox looked when I first had Xbox. Like Halo, I could see every blade of grass. You go back and play it now, and everything's a big brick. I'm like, what happened? There's no way it was the same. But your brain just was so used to even bigger pixels before that in comparison, it just looks so much better. Where does it end? There's no max, right? There can't be.
Not so far. Like, I play a lot of VR, and I'm just kind of like, holy shit. Some of this is getting a little too real. Some of it they have on there looks quite cartoonish.
Mm-hmm.
But others, more expensive games, will kind of trip you out. Like, there's a game called Behemoth where like it looks so realistic, where you look up at these giant actual behemoths, and first of all you're tilting your neck so high it hurts your neck.
And they have genitals. They have large genitals.
One of them does.
Only one. Well, I gotta tell you, there's a problem with that. I could just explain why, based on some physiology. There can't be only one that has genitals.
Shoot the fire arrow at his testicle. No, I just meant he had one testicle. That's all. Light it up. Lost the other one in anyway. But no, some of them they get so intense. But I remember, to your point, in '89 when Super Mario 3 came out, and the curtain comes up and it shows you the black and white checkered floor. I was like, oh my God, that's as clear as a cartoon. It's still 8-bit. Like, it's no clearer than anything else.
I like that, though. Clear as a cartoon. Clear is not all that clear.
Yeah. And then you watch the cartoons now and you're like, that shit was not clear at all.
But what I don't like, though, I mean, and with the Blu-rays, right? Like, I mean, the more resolution, the bigger the files and stuff. So I don't, keep them trimmed. Like, why make them huge? You're just filling up servers somewhere, especially with all the streaming, right? The more huge resolution stuff, the more data sits on servers, has to go across a pipe, more data you got to pull down to stream the movie. So ultimately, it's just a file sitting somewhere playing. It means the more internet you got to pay, you got to upgrade, you got to get the fiber optics. I'll watch it. I usually sometimes I have bad bandwidth. I'll usually I'll set the movie to 720. I'm going to take my glasses off anyway and have a beer. It's going to be blurry either way.
Yeah. There's a fair amount of truth to that. Well, it's like I told Jeff last night. I watched this on DVD quality on Plex last night. I've always watched it on DVD in general. I don't know any better other than the VHS. So I really had no complaints. but I'm extremely envious to see that 4K.
I will say VHS, we're a little blessed to be out of that, only because they got damaged so quickly.
Yeah, and they don't age the best either. And
Right.
I've had to fix many of VHS tapes, but I got about every version of this movie in America that's ever been released, except for HD DVD.
Mhm.
Never got into that, but I got my original VHS tape of this movie. I have the first DVD. I got all the Blu-rays that have ever happened because all the Blu-rays were terrible quality except for the Attack Pack, which somehow amazingly had a better transfer than any other version. Then Arrow came out with theirs, which was a complete overhaul. Like they went back and actually did a brand new scan and a 4K pass on everything. So I can actually attest that the Laserdisc looks okay, but the DVD looks fine too. So
I mean, all of it ultimately comes down to the TV it's on anyway.
yeah.
So buy a halfway decent TV and anything will look good.
Yeah.
Well, now, since you're here, what is your first memory of Tremors? Did you see this theaters, VHS?
I
USA
kind
channel?
of touched on it. To me, it's like plays on TNT in an afternoon.
Okay.
I was the type of kid that would always go through the TV guide because I was always looking for Godzilla movies that I hadn't seen because I really didn't know all of them as a kid because there was no internet and there was no source until I eventually got a book that did tell me all of the Godzilla movies. And I did have most of them at that point, but there were a few I was missing. So I would always hunt the TV guide and basically know when certain movies would come on. And I would never miss Tremors. I was like, oh, it's going to be on Saturday. I might watch Tremors and Clash of the Titans, that kind of fare. Any Godzilla movies that come up. So to me, it's probably catching on TNT or something like that in an afternoon. This is probably why I think it's kind of a home TV movie, not theater.
Okay.
And then I know I probably rented it a bunch just because that's what people did back then, right? That's how we watched movies.
Or you could see the uncensored version of it.
Oh, Kevin Bacon full nude? Yeah.
The graboid.
Yeah, his penis had a little mouth on it too.
Prawn parody.
Pulls people under the ground too. Oh, geez.
Graboids take on whole new meaning with that now.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, there's a cream you can take if you have graboids, I think. Yeah.
Kevin talked about that earlier too.
Clears them right up. Damn it. See, I'm sorry. I was late. I missed all the jokes. And we had to recap everything from me too.
Always with the topical cream and crabs.
Mhm.
Jesus. Oh, man. Well, let's see here. Might as well judge this SOB.
Yep.
I would say this is, and I've said at the beginning, I spoiled it, a perfect picture. It's timeless, with the exception of a CB radio, a walkie-talkie, and a corded telephone. This movie remains timeless. Like, if you
I press back because I think those things are still or would still be common in barren and desolate spaces like this even now. There are still grayed out, blacked out areas like Perfection that where there just aren't people. They don't cell phone towers aren't that strong. And there's a lot of places in desert where there are just no signals and they use walkie-talkies.
Well,
And
there's
I think-
places like that here in the woods.
And I assume trucks still use CB radio. It's fun.
Yeah, some
you get
do,
a
yeah.
name. You get it. What's your name gonna be, Jeff? What's your handle gonna be? What's your CB name gonna be?
It's going to be Suns and Shadows.
Okay, all right, Kev. What's your CB name gonna be?
Bat Pucky.
All right, I'm gonna be Hambone.
I like Hambone.
Hambone. Over and out.
I'm looking at a statue of Batman and 3 Mighty Ducks pucks. Like a Bat Pucky. Yeah.
Well, unlike you guys, I live in the movie Skinamarink. If you can't tell, nothing but darkness here.
Cool. I mean, that's my thing. I like it. My family doesn't. They're like, oh, we need to have all the bright lights on. Why? Nah. But anyways, so Final Judgment, gosh, This movie's a treat. It really is worth watching. I don't want to say religiously, but oh shit, like make it a holiday once a year. Make it a ritual. Ritualistically, that's a good way to put it. Watch this as a ritual. Do it with your friends, like you said. Bring some chips. Make it on a certain evening, or make it a Halloween type feature. If you don't want to have like gross, disgusting pictures, but you still want to have a good creature feature, this is it. This is totally it.
Pick your month. What's the month of this holiday?
In the desert, I don't think it matters. The only thing it's not is Christmas. Die
Hard's Christmas movie.
It is. So is He-Man.
You're saying Tremors not a Christmas movie, right?
I don't think so. No.
No. Here's a man with a beard. I think he has a bag at a point.
If
they do load all the people onto that sleigh and then go.
This is true.
To the peak of Mount Crumpet.
Rudolph was not doing his part to pull that sleigh, though. That's the thing.
The worms got smart, though. They cut out underneath.
Okay, not Christmas. I think it's like a July. How about I always say July 5th, and we have a second barbecue.
Yeah.
Fourth barbecue, you get your fifth.
I'm down.
You let off fireworks. I think it's a good. I would watch it. I would watch it at the drive-in.
There you go.
That would be fun
for sure.
It would need to be warm.
Yes, well, it's the drive-in.
Yeah. You know, I just mean like, you know, it would have to be like your summer setting in general.
Like, would you say July 5th?
Yes, maybe even not the 3rd, because that's something you want to do at the beach. I'd say maybe the 5th or even the 7th.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to get off the 4th and the 7th. If you can do 4th and 5th, you can maybe double up.
It would be either or, but the 6th is just outright.
That's straight out.
That's the Lord's
5
Day.
is right out.
That's what it is. Fuck.
Yeah.
You got me. Thank you.
Yep. 3 said.
Now I need to go watch that.
There you go. I agree. Final Judgment. I'd say this one's perfect. It's like an often imitated, and I agree with you guys on Jaws. It kind of tries to imitate that, but in doing so, it manages to just create something different that's just great in its own way. Is it the best? Is it the best pretender to Jaws?
I think so.
I would say so.
I think that's a good crown.
It certainly beats Grizzly.
Oh yeah, with the stick.
Yeah.
We did Grizzly on Reels, you know, and actually that was a fun show because it was a live show, so we actually had
cool.
you know, live people watching. I think we let them vote, and I think they did vote Grizzly down. Grizzly's not such a bad script as much, but like not having the ability to have the bear in a shot with anyone never creates any sense of terror.
No, but the kill at the beginning where the lady's getting ripped apart in the cabin, where you just see the bear's arm swash this way, and then the lady's screaming, like part of her arm flies that way. Like
only part I like is when they shoot the bear with a rocket launcher, and I'm like, okay, that's worth the price of admission. So if anyone doesn't know if they want to watch Grizzly, a bear may or may not get shot with a rocket launcher. So do with that as you may.
But it was a big bear.
It's a big bear.
Bald bear. Joffrey, what do you think, Bubba?
I think this is easily a top favorite movie of mine. Not the top, but I would easily rank this 10 out of 10. I don't do that very often, but this is a flawless movie in my opinion, and I get a kick out of it every time, whether it's with drinks or no drinks, soda, snacks, whatever. I'm always having a good time with this movie. So pretty easy 10 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
And the controversial American spelling of judgment. How patriotic.
The first person to ever notice that.
I probably noticed it before too. Both are acceptable, but it is the American version.
We wanted to go one step further and put an I for the mint and put a little swirly the red and white
umlaut.
Ooh, that would be
We have a friend who's kind of a spelling nut, and that friend has yet to have made a comment. So, and we've been doing this for a while.
But again, both of you know, it's not technically incorrect. But...
True.
I mean, well, but it's like, well, it's the American spelling because we didn't spell it right for a long time. But now it's just the American spelling, and it's like, yeah, same with color.
Well, he corrected it on me like what, 2 years after we'd been doing this?
Yeah,
or a year and a half.
And
I was like, no,
you can't
shut
switch
up.
It up. You can't switch it up after either.
Yeah, I was like, what if somebody?
I was like, oh, just leave it.
Don't worry, no stupid asshole is gonna wander on here and call you out on it live or anything.
You never know. It is YouTube.
Zero risk.
We've been leaving it up as bait for like two more years. We're like, all right, then we'll do it. It's just
forget
natural at this point.
Between now and the next time I'm on. So
okay, that works.
Meaning I'll point it out again.
Totally fine. Now, before we head on out, Rob, you want to let everybody know where they could
Godzilla.
What you drinking there, bro?
It's Godzilla PBR, folks.
Oh, did you get that giant like 99?
No, my friend got me like a 6-pack. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't want that giant thing because I mean,
huge, dude.
One, I don't want to drink 99 PBRs.
I don't even like PBR.
I want the sake.
PBRs, I don't know. It's not great beer, but I've had worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably would want to keep it as like a souvenir. And now you've got a case of 99 beer sitting around in a closet for the next 10 or 20 years.
Good, God,
big and heavy, right? Exactly. It would just be so cumbersome. Every time you have to move, I'm always changing my name.
Yep.
Anyway, where do you find me? Well, it depends. If I haven't changed my name, anyway, you can check us out. Reels of Justice is the podcast. Every week we put a different movie on trial. We have a new guest join us, and they kind of go up against one of our rotating co-hosts. The other hosts serve as a jury. They're incredibly biased towards the guest. So if you're worried if it's not fair at all, it is not fair towards ourselves. We have so many grudges now internally. But it's fun with a kind of show where you always get the both sides of the movie because someone's got to represent the other side, and it's a little bit of a debate show, so sometimes you got to bring some razzmatazz and just try to sell it. Kev's been on
and can't sell for shit. But I didn't have very good products.
What's funny about Hudson Hawk is it's a movie that the more time has passed, I have not watched it again, but I remember things about it. And that is not something to say about a lot of movies. So I don't know if it could, maybe one day could come up for appeals. I don't know if I liked it that much. You still can't rob a bank or a museum or where you can't rob anything by singing out loud to time it. They sang out loud. The security could hear them.
I mean, just not in. It was the 80s. It was the 80s.
It was a different time. Security was really stupid then. So, but yeah, so
there
you
was
can check us
cocaine
out.
Involved.
Oh, absolutely. We're on all the social medias, Reels of Justice podcast, and yeah, it's silly. It's a silly court.
Right on. And Kevin.
You can find us.
Find you, Kevin.
Right here. Back on Facebook after my ban.
I was just going to say back on Facebook. What a mistake to let you back on, I tell you.
You'll regret it soon.
They will.
All I could hear was Thanos saying, and that led you right back here to me.
What did it cost you?
A lot of shit talking. A
One
lot of
blue
shit
check
talking.
mark.
The funny thing is I was actually talking to Rhonda from this movie when I got in trouble. Sorry, Miss Carter, and thank you. So anyway, we'll be here this Friday on Jeff will be here on Thursday for the Stargate Files. I have no idea what episode you're working on or what 2 episodes you guys are working on. Friday, you and I are going to be doing part 1 of season 4 of Farscape. Saturday, we'll be here for what's the name of my show? Deadwire Live. Yeah, my show. Remember that.
What's that about?
I don't know.
Okay.
We've been doing that for a year and a half, and I still don't know what that show is about. That show is basically a radio show with cameras. We talk about all the week's entertainment news, make fun of it, each other, and just talk about shit.
Vibes then. Vibes on camera. Got it.
It's just us basically getting together and talking and drinking.
Farscape is sick though. I'm only somewhere in the middle of season 2, and then I kind of wandered off, but it's still cool.
It's fun.
It's an addiction.
You have a whole show about it, and or at least in your network. Maybe you're not on it. Is that why you're a Farscape hater?
What? No.
Evan actually really likes the show.
Yeah.
Everyone on the show who talks about it doesn't like it.
Actually, the one who does the show that has a hater in our network is Stargate, and the hater is me. I cannot stand Stargate. I won't entertain it at all. But I love that they love it, and I will root for them until the bitter end. And
I've seen zero
right
of it,
to
so
love
I
it.
can't comment on it at all. But I have seen Farscape. And there's Muppets in space.
Correct. And there's nothing ever wrong with that.
That's right. Sold. Exactly. You know, at the end of the day, a tremor is little more than a giant Muppet.
Uh-oh.
That's fairly true.
Copyright infringement. Lawsuit incoming.
Anyway, I don't want to interrupt your schedule. You covered your Deadwire. Did you have something after that?
No, that's all I do.
Oh, cool. All right. I didn't screw anything. I don't want to cut you off. And now here's these 6 other shows that I got to plug.
No, just our other Stargate show on Thursday. That's going to be
Other Stargate. Okay, so there's 2 Stargate. Okay, I do think that's too many Stargate shows.
Oh, easy, buddy. I got a puppy down here, and he's like trying to get my attention.
Big Stargate fan.
What's
covered on the second Stargate show that is not covered on the first Stargate show?
Well, it's the same show. There's only one Stargate show.
Oh, okay. No, all right. I thought you said
we just cover 2 different we cover 2 episodes at the same time. So,
to save time.
Yep, just a little bit. So we're not doing it for like the next 20 years.
Yeah,
because there's that many.
That'd be nice. You're I think you're optimistic. All of us will be around 20 more years.
After that, we're going to start Supernatural.
Oh my God. 15 seasons of that. I've never made it past the 5th season, but thank you everybody for tuning in to 0 Point Reviews. We are glad that you were all happy to join us this time around. Thank you, Rob, for joining us. And
after
make
time.
sure you go. Yeah, not a problem.
After 5 minutes in heaven is still better than 2 minutes in heaven.
You made it. That's all that matters. So thank you for joining us. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button on the way out, share and subscribe, and we'll see you all next week for Tremors 2. So y'all have a good night. See you next time.
Get out.